cheap flights to Europe take off. Flights under $500 round trip. Fees included. Verticalbracket.time.com. Skip to content. Time. Business money. Sections. Home news feed US. Politics, world, business, tech, health, science, entertainment, style, opinion, photos, magazine, video, life.com lists sports. Search. Search time. Follow. Facebook. Twitter. Google+. Tumblr. RSS. Apps. Economy. Wall Street. Tech. Small business. Personal finance. Real estate. Business of creativity. Management. Careers. New energy. Airlines. Cheap flights to Europe take off. Flights under $500 round trip. Fees included. By Brad Tuttle at BRADTUTTLESEPT 06-20130. Share. Read later. Sent to Kindle. Related. Judge. Airline merger trial to start in November. Wine and no frills. Cattle herding. Fee crazy airline business of today is here to stay. One airline that stubbornly refuses to pile on the fees, for now. Discount Norwegian airline adding an Orlando route. Orlando Sentinel Norwegian Air plans expansion in U.S. market. Reuters. Cheap Oakland flights put Norway, Sweden in reach. San Francisco Chronicle. Email. Print. Share. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, LinkedIn. Stumble upon Reddit. Digmix. Delicious. Google+. Comment. Follow at TIMEBUSINDSS. Travelers who recall the 90s heyday of $300 round trips to Europe, taxes included, haven't been happy in recent years, when a $1,000 flight began looking like a decent price. Their moods may improve, now that one of Europe's largest low-cost carriers is expanding in a big way, with new routes and inexpensive prices that could upend the transatlantic flight market as a whole. Earlier this year, Norwegian Air Shuttle launched service connecting New York's JFK Airport to Oslo and Stockholm, and flights from Fort Lauderdale to Oslo, Stockholm, and Copenhagen. This week, the carrier announced service between Europe and 3 more American cities, Orlando, Oakland, Los Angeles, starting next year. A JFK Copenhagen route is also on tap starting in February 2014. Low-cost airlines tend to avoid long-haul flights, preferring to focus on shorter, and generally more lucrative, routes in the regions they know best. But for Norwegian, the transatlantic market was just too juicy to pass up. We believe that the U.S. is low-hanging fruit, Norwegian CEO Bjørn Kjos said at a news conference on Tuesday, according to the San Francisco Chronicle. People love to fly cheap and they love to fly far. More bad news for flyers this fall. The airline will be using Boeing's new 787 Dreamliner planes, which Norwegian thinks it can operate at a cost of 30% less than the usual long-haul aircraft. And at least when it first introduces service to its new U.S. cities, Norwegian's prices will reflect those lower operating costs. Introductory fares from Los Angeles, Orlando, and Oakland to Scandinavia start at just $237 each way, taxes and fees included. How good a flight price is that? Well, browsing at the website of Scandinavia's large SAS airline, a round-trip flight from Orlando to Oslo comes to a total of $993 during the low season of November. Included in that total is $588 in taxes and fees, $496 for an international surcharge alone. In other words, Norwegian Air Shuttle is charging less for a total round trip than what the traditional airline flight tax on just in fees. While the new routes will appeal most to American travelers interested in seeing Scandinavia, or Scandinavians interested coming to the States, it's also easy to use Oslo or Stockholm as a jumping-off point to somewhere else in Europe, or even Russia. All that's required is the booking of another low-cost flight overseas. Likewise, Norwegian has been thinking about partnering with an American carrier, so that